In this video, I'm going to be talking about the low inventory fee. What is the low stock inventory fees? How do I know if I'm being charged for them? And where in Seller Central can I see that I'm being charged for this fee on a SKU level? And then also, where can I find on an account level that I'm being charged each month? How much am I being charged each month? So those are the questions I'll be answering today. My name is Nandin. I'm the CEO of Seller Labs and also an 8-figure seller. If you like this, subscribe to our channel, hit like and subscribe for news and insights onto Amazon selling. All right, the first question I'm going to answer is, what is the low stock inventory fees? So if you look at the Seller Central article here, you can basically, starting April 1st, 2024, they start charging you if your inventory level is below 28 days. And they look up that based on the 90 days and the 30 days, and you can look at the details of that. But basically, they got a gradual charge. If it's less than 28 days, they charge this much for, and then it goes up higher and higher as you get closer to 0 days of supply. And their logic is that they want you to stay in stock, and or else they'll charge you pretty much. And on the flip side, if you stock too much, they'll charge you long-term storage. So you gotta walk this tightrope. And it talks about here, you can look at the low inventory level explained, and it talks a little bit further details as to how they charge and all that. So the next question is, how do I know if I'm being charged for them? So the way that you answer this question is you go to Seller Central and then go to Inventory, Manage All Inventory here. And this is the FBA inventory. And what you do is you click on this little filter called low inventory level, and if you click on this fee will be charged, then they will only show the SKUs that are going to be charged low inventory because it's low stock. And then what you do is you click into this estimated fee per unit sold, and it brings up the revenue calculator here. And as you can see, this SKU has fallen into the 97 cents low level storage. So that's where you go to see if you're going to be charged that is upcoming. Now, how much they charge is going to be 97 here, but that can change based on the inventory level you have and over time. So next question is, how do I know how much am I being charged on a SKU level, like in Seller Central? Like if you go Seller Central, how do I know where it's being charged? And the way you get there is to look at the SKU economics report here. And that is, you go to the SKU and you click on the SKU link here, and it opens up a new window. Let me make that smaller. It opens up a new window, and this is the SKU economics report. If you scroll down here, it'll be the SKU economics. And here you can see in the past 30 days, I'm being charged $300 for this SKU. Out of the $3,000 in sales, that's 10% of my sales that I'm paying in low inventory levels. So this can get really big really fast. So if you expand out to 6 months, as you can see, the sales level and the inventory level. So that's where you would be able to see the low inventory level if you're in Seller Central. The next question is, I think, just as important, is where can I find it on account level? But before I get there, well, where can I find it on account level, how much I'm being charged? So for the past few months since April, I know I've been charged the low stock inventory fee, but I was looking out for it on the usual unified transaction report, but I couldn't find it, because I was looking in here and I was looking under just like these service fees. You click on here, you can see coupon, advertising charge, debt payment, removal. So typical fees are put in here, but I couldn't find it in here. So I was like, where is it? So what I did was I had to go to a particular SKU, and then I finally found it that they actually hid it under the FBA fees, because I suspect that that's where they would put it. And I looked at the transaction unified report, and I see that the FBA fees vary, whereas previously they did not vary, because the FBA fees is based on the item size, and if it's the same size, which is this SKU is the same, it should stay the same. But I see that it was varying 755, 795. So I started digging around into Seller Central for those particular SKUs. So I went to transaction view, I looked at the order ID, and then I went to the order ID, and sure enough, the 755 shows up here for that particular SKU. And if I clicked into it, it tells you at the time what the variables that are being used to determine the rates on this. And if you click on the calculation, you can see that they charge me 47 cents for a low inventory level fee. And if you look at here, that's 755. Notice that number. That means that's that charge. And then some of them is 795, and then some of them 708, where they don't charge that low inventory level fees. So I go here, notice the 795, notice historical days is 19. The other one was 24 days. And so they charge different amount based on how much historical days of supply, and you can click into that and it'll explain all that other stuff. So bottom line is they charge 87 cents for this particular item for the low inventory level fee. And over at Seller Labs, we built this monthly Amazon fees calculator so that it's in the lab, monthly FBA fees, to count on your fee percentages. So here's the monthly fees, so you can see the percentages change based month to month. So general for this it's around 18-19%, but in November, December it can get up to 20. And so like you can also see the total referral fees gets quite high because of all the other fees that they charge. So you want to keep an eye on this to make sure that they're not out of control. Well, looking at this, and since April, it didn't seem like there was much of a noticeable change in FBA percentage because the amount is relatively small that I'm having to pay at this point. So that's why I was trying to figure out how to calculate an account level, but because of this situation where Amazon does not break out this fee out of the FBA fees, because there are other fees that they group into this FBA fees, like shipping fees and FBA fees, and they throw in there that throws it off. So after a while writing queries and trying to figure out how to separate it, this time we haven't been able to calculate it on we couldn't separate this low inventory level fee from the other fees, the other FBA fees. So as a result, we haven't been able to account this out for account wide. For this particular SKU, I was able to manually do it because I knew that FBA fees was $7.98. So what I did was I look at the order quantity, and then the what's supposed to be, which is the baseline, $7.98, and then I multiply those two to equal $37.09, and that's what's supposed to be without the low inventory fees. But TA fees, when I summed it up, was $4,041.17, and the difference was $331.25. So this particular SKU, they're charging me $331 for low inventory fee, which is 1.1 cent. So this is not too bad, but as you can see, the other example was like closer to 10%. So that's crazy how Amazon's charging that, and we figure out how to calculate it on an account level yet. So if you know how to do it, let us know. But looking through the forums, there's a lot of people asking where can they find the low inventory fee at different places, but Amazon does not answer it directly. I made this video to update you that I've been able to find it on a SKU level, but not on a account level. So I hope that helps. I will see you next.